mead in her hand. If anybody tries to take it from her, they might just get a little cat's claw. Well, she doesn't fall asleep. Everybody thinks she's asleep, but she's not because she's undead.
Yeah, you just kind of. Actually, I get the impression from the flavor text. When you do rest, it's just like you lay there like a freaking corpse with your eyeballs.
Basically, yeah. So everybody's not sure if she's dead or awake or what's going on, but there's this big, 6 foot tall. Because she's very tall by the way.
Okay.
Because Tabaxi's naturally tall. So she is 6'4", but she's also so she's about 185 pounds. Which for a 6'4" tall person, I'm assuming is lanky. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so yeah, so she's big, gray floofball in the corner with eyes that really don't shut, and people aren't sure if she's dead or not. But yes, that's where to be found, not her hunting for information.
Okay, well, you're sitting there listening for information when a dapperly dressed, older human gentleman, you know as Mr. Merriweather, and you know he works for the being to whom you owe service. Now, I'm going to let you figure out, why do you have to work for this awakened Himalayan cat named Mr. Fluffykins? What does he have on you that makes you do work for him? He is one of the most powerful merchants in Greyhawk, though.
He knows my one flaw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he has used it to his advantage in detailed recording of an event that I would prefer not be known to the rest of the world. He has threatened to release it as a story if I don't follow along, and I don't like that kind of knowledge out there.
Excellent. Ooh, Mr. Fluffykins. He's actually pretty hardcore. All right. So Merriweather shows up and goes, Ms. Lockett.
Yes. It's you again. What do you want this time?
Mr. Fluffykins requires your presence.
Fine. I take a swig of my mead that's been sitting there and go, oh, I forgot that was warm. And I get up and I just like, lead the way, lead the way.
Mr. Merriweather pays your tab. And you are led to Mr. Fluffykins' estate. Which is one of the largest and most posh on the Merchant's Hill in Greyhawk. You're brought inside, and Mr. Fluffykins is enjoying a nice repast of eggs with caviar and salmon, and he's like, I would ask you to join me, but you wouldn't care for it. Sit, Ms. Lockett. How are you doing?
I slightly just sit down on the chair and just kind of look at him and go, you know how I'm doing? I would like to have that thing back, but I know you're not going to give it to me, so
I have use for you.
I figured as much.
I'm going to hire a party of adventurers to pick up information.
Ooh.
I flushed out the source of our little vampire problem.
Ooh,
he then daintily laps at a bowl of brandy. This is a really fat Himalayan cat. Think of Orson Welles as a Himalayan cat, and you'll have the image.
Okay, I'll say stress. I'm sorry.
So, Jolly, will you go along with them?
Well, you know how much I love bringing information, and of course I detest. So.
And I have something that will sweeten the deal. Merriweather brings in a small elven reliquary, and he opens it up, and there is a very old scroll And you can tell that this scroll dates back to one of the first Celanese dynasties.
Ooh.
I assume it is to your liking, Jolly.
I try to hide my intrigue and desire to have this piece, but my paw goes up to my face and I start like absentmindedly scratching my face, pawing on my face, going, no, not at all. I would not like to have this piece. It looks. Who am I kidding? Yes, I want it.
I tried to treat you fairly. He stretches languorously in the sunlight. You notice his table, his breakfast nook table, is arranged just so he, in his best seat, is directly in sunlight for the entire morning. Anyway, I will be having them for lunch. I assume you can be here for that. Merriweather, bundle up the elf scroll for Ms. Lockett. I trust you, Jolly. And he gives you the scroll.
Thank you. And I like carefully and cautiously the scroll in my bag and go, I shall have fun with it.
Merriweather, fetch me another helping of elderberry trifle.
Elderberry
There's
trifle?
more of it. All right. So we're going to cut over to the Red Pine Tavern, where our heroes are currently staying. There is a retired human ranger named Amaria Galwin who sees to your needs. So you guys are here. What are you up to? Daria is sharpening her swords, and Gromek is working on his broad axe with a whetstone as well.
For me, that depends on what time of day it is, or night.
It is morning.
Okay. So, Trell is still...
Are we all, around together?
You can be, or you can be coming down from your rooms. It is up to you.
I think Oslin would be in, the center room playing a fiddle.
Okay, you're playing the fiddle. Hank is grunting in his sleep by the fire. Okay.
Kara would be in the main room, just kind of eating food and all of that with it.
Yes, the breakfast is like a fried pastry with sausage, eggs, and bacon in it.
Trell is probably in his room, in his tent again, and trying to make more potions. Like, any chance he can make potions.
You know what? If you're going to be at disadvantage, but roll your alchemy.
Alchemy?
Roll for it's this. Well, herbalism, whatever.
Oh, there it is. All right.
Okay, another reason that I don't really keep up. Oh, awesome. You make 4 potions, 4 health potions. All right. The other reason that I don't keep up with the skills is I do run 4 or 5 game systems. So
yeah, that's fair.
It's whatever we use in this game.
I now have 11 healing potions.
Am I the only? Can't hear.
Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you, Tina.
Okay, good.
I can't hear Skylar. It looks like he's muted on my line.
Can anyone else hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Pop out of chat.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I'm gonna jump. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured he couldn't hear me because he did start talking while I was. So.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, Chad?
Can you hear me?
Yes. I can definitely hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you hear Skylar?
Do you hear me?
I do not.
Damn it. let me
All right, Skylar,
go out.
pop out.
Yeah.
Pop back in.
Jesus. Okay. Can anyone hear us?
I can hear you. Chad, do you hear Skylar?
Skylar, say something.
I
I
am
hear you
saying
now.
things.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I think I did something wrong on my end.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For some reason,
Oh, you muted Skylar. Okay.
I think I muted Sky. Yeah, because I clicked on his name and it was like, I'm like, why don't I hear him?
For some reason, Chad, you are like extremely loud to Jory specifically.
All right, I'm turning my volume down.
Okay.
Like I can turn yours down. Jory for some reason doesn't have a
I
specific.
can hear everything. So I'm thankful. Okay, so you guys are in there. Amaria is behind the bar cleaning. And yeah, she's just kind of you're kind of waiting when the very familiar figure of Merryweather appears at the door mid-morning. Greetings. I bring a message from Mr. Fluffykins.
Wait, whose door?
The door to the inn.
Oh, okay.
Those of you who are in the common room see Merryweather there. Oslin, I don't think you've met Merryweather yet.
I'll walk up
No,
to
I don't think so.
Brothers and greet him and ask him what the message.
You're invited to lunch, your entire group, at Mr. Fluffykins' estate. He passes you a small invitation card, a calling card, as it were.
Wonderful. I will let the others know. What time should Mr. Fluffykins expect us at?
He has my lord has his lunch promptly at noon. Do not dally. It's around 10:30 in the morning right now.
We shall be there on time.
A coach will be sent at approximately 11:15.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mr.
Merryweather
Merriweather.
turns on his heel and hikes out the door.
Bard, I just picture Bard walking over with like some random like chicken leg bone, like chewing on that, just being like, anyone have a watch?
Amaria does. She's like, I got this. Gnomes made it. It's a pocket watch.
Just
Oh, if only Josh were here. He's obsessed with those.
just like,
How did I know?
You hear Ozlin like playing in the background and starts singing, "Who was that guy?"
So I will look over at Varg and ask him to go up and speak to Trell and let him know of our lunch invitation. And then I'll go over and talk with Oslin and kind of get him up to date.
As you approach Oslin, Hank rolls over onto his back and kicks his legs as though running in his dreams.
Varg just chews on the chicken bone like as if it was a toothpick, just like, all right, we're going to see Merryfeather, right?
Merryweather, or Mr. Fluffykins is the gentleman who we are working for. Merryweather is his man.
Okay, so Mr. Fluffbud and Mary Thundercloud. Got it. Okay. Just disappears up the stairs.
Ren starts playing bagpipes.
Amaria then takes a flask, sips it. Between that halfling's fiddle and that fairy dragon's bagpipes.
Wow.
All right. Go ahead.
Varg just like loudly bangs on Trell's door. Trell, Trell, we got something.
Got something.
We got an invitation for Mary something to do with the sky and Fluff Butt.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm coming downstairs.
Fantastic.
So he comes down. I made a lot of potions. I have about 11 of them. Who doesn't have any, or has few?
Hello?
Anybody need potions?
Healing potions.
Yes, healing potions. In particular.
Oswald will take
Giving you
Oswald will take a
guys healing
couple.
potions.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
Oswald
many?
will take a few. However many you want to give me.
How many do you have?
4.
Okay. So I will give you 3.
And I still have one from before.
Okay, so I will give you 3 more.
How much does Varg have?
Varg has 4. He's fine.
He does have 4. I think I've been putting them in the bio under the treasure section for some reason. I don't know why I would have done that, but I did that. No.
Same reason I do stuff like that, because
Um,
that's what I do. It's like, huh? Okay.
Oh, I still have that. I still have that special fey fruit and those 4 gems.
See, this is why you put these things in equipment. You never look at them otherwise.
Alrighty. So has everyone distributed their stuff? Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we shift scenes to Mr. Fluffykin's lunch?
I'm good.
I do not think I have anything else that I can do to prepare anything.
Varg is keeping that chicken bone.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are invited. Mr. Fluffykin's estate looks, in my mind, a bit like a medieval version of Buckingham Palace. It's very big, very ostentatious. You go inside, you find Mr. Fluffykins in the lunch dining room, where the sun will hit him directly. There is a tabaxi woman there. And spread out on the table is a rack of lamb. What appear to be beef ribs, and a very large selection of kippers and trout and other various fishes. And there are some obligatory vegetables for the non-obligate carnivores.
No pastries?
That comes in the later courses.
Ah, okay.
Mr. Fluffykins is currently... Actually, there are, like, what Josh would recognize as Yorkshire puddings here, which are really bland pastries you put meat juices all over.
Ren does fly over to them, tries to hoard one and taste it, and then just, like, falls off the table.
And Fluffykins is like, good evening, welcome.
Varg,
Stretching.
Varg walks in and it's just like, oh, we didn't know you were inviting your daughter. Looks over at the what was she called?
Tabaxi, well, she hasn't said her name.
The Tabaxi, yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Jolly, I believe.
But you don't know that yet.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't know.
allow me to introduce my associate, Ms. Jolly Lockett, who is not in any way my daughter or related to me.
My nose crinkles up at the thought of being a daughter. Move like 3 steps further away from him.
I will bow at her and say, "Look, it's a pleasure to meet you."
Can Varg sniff the death on her?
That's what I was
Yes.
wondering. Ah.
Like, do I have to roll for that? Or
No. No, you don't have.
Varg's just gonna like lean over to the Trell and Oslin and just be like, she smells like death.
She
Like-
might be sensitive about that.
I'm not saying it loud enough she can hear. I'm just saying she smells like death, and not like she gets it all over her, but like she is dead.
You know, dogs aren't the only one with sensitive ears, are they, my dear Jolly?
Can I roll to see if I hear them say that?
No, you heard it. I'm letting you hear that. You're all animals here, okay? Oslin and Kara are the only people without super hearing. Oslin, of course, probably enjoying the food, the comfort. You know, Fluffykins knows how to live, and halflings like that. Kara, this is more food than you see in one place in years.
Just because I haven't bathed in a few days doesn't mean I'm dead. Thank you very much.
Told you it was rude.
Hey, I was saying you smell like it, as in like not covered in it, but like you are. Like, are you a walking corpse or something?
Yes, she's a walking corpse. Really try the beef, it's delicious. But Jolly has a particular set of skills that I find most valuable.
I'm not in any way doubting her abilities. I am just saying, like, she just, and it's not like an overwhelming, like, I want to leave the room smell. It's more like, you know, just like one of those, like, you know, she takes care of herself, but it's still that hint of it. Like,
You are obviously the eloquent spokesman.
Thank you. I pride myself in such wet things. I say sarcastically.
And more than a bit obtuse.
I'm a good shot. Doesn't mean I'm the brightest.
Fair enough. I like a man who is honest in his estimation of his abilities. Well, I have some information concerning your young man, and I have information concerning my vampire problem.
Oh, fantastic.
I understand you stood your ground against a vampire several nights ago, correct?
They did. I was hiding in the tower.
Yes,
I have hired specialized vampire hunters
Oh,
for
good.
that job.
We
For
may
you,
have
however,
found
I
out
need...
where they are.
Very good. But I want you to confirm where the master vampire is, not simply his spawn. Now, what I need you to do is, you prefer the wilderness, don't you? You're from that forest kingdom, Celine?
That's my specialty.
Very good. Straker, the noble, whom you interviewed several days ago, has left town with a large amount of gold. Would you be interested in hunting him down and bringing him to me? Or killing him and bringing the gold back if he provides too much of a thing. But what I need to know is the location of who he is working for.
That's the guy that Varg and Arius talked to,
yes.
right? And Varg got a really bad feeling about him. Varg's just like, all right.
Is he a threat in any way?
He's human. I assume you can handle him. He has, as far as I know, his small corrupt merchants guild at his disposal. And he has human minions. I'm certain with people of your obvious talents and skills for violence, shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Pardon, but I meant a threat as in, a threat to a society or nature or specific people.
Varg just looks at Trell and just goes like...
He serves vampires. He helps them spread throughout cities. Wipes out small towns with them.
Varg does the Will Smith meme at Mr. Fluffykins, just like...
And Trell says, more than enough reason to hunt him down.
Yes, you will find him in a small fort in the grasslands near the town of Hardby in the south. Can you handle this for me, and I will finish going through all of my resources to find your young Mr. Gerald.
If everyone else agrees.
Oh, I agree.
Yes, this is something that I think that we can easily take care of.
I take it you want to join Mr.
Of course, Jolly. They may have need of your particular skills, services, etc.
As always, I am ready to do your bidding.
Don't make it sound so unpleasant.
Hmm.
Now, Merryweather, bring the cakes.
Ren just immediately perks up.
Lots of cakes and desserts are brought in.
In case no one knows what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I get what he's talking about.
Oh my god, that's great.
Mr. Fluffykins has like the rib bones from his meal brought in a bag for Hank. You've never seen a Himalayan cat put away as much food as he seems to. He also drinks a lot.
Jolly is secretly internally impressed with his ability to eat. She hadn't quite seen this side of him. Although she has...
This is the first time you've ever been invited to the house.
Yes. Well, she has no desire to eat, though, so she was just fascinated.
Oh, that's another thing, Jolly. Vampires can't use their drain attack on you.
Yay.
There's nothing in there to drain.
But the group doesn't know that yet.
For some reason, I'm getting the image that Jolly... Have you ever seen Dexter? Where he's passing out donuts to all of his colleagues, and he looks down at the empty box and goes, empty inside, just like me.
Yeah, basically. Which feels very cat-like in a way.
All right. So you are given horses. All of you are given horses.
Charles, of course, speaks to his.
This is a well taken care of horse. And basically it is happy to carry you wherever you want to go.
He is glad
You're
for that.
impressed because they are well trained war horses.
Mm.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought about this because I was just thinking about animal talking and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When we were making my character, we had to change a few things to kind of balance out everything to help, and it was kind of to help you out with Varg's character and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We were re-looking through his notes while I was making the character sheet for Freya's one-shot, and I saw that apparently the lupine race has the capability to just innately talk to other canines. We didn't take that out?
No, it's just a flavor bit. You can talk to canines.
Okay, because
that's just basically the things I'm watching out for is can use a breath weapon to wipe out 500 people at once or things like that. Not I can talk to dogs. That's cool.
Because I do know that, like, with Hank being around and everything, like, there was, like, all that, whole concept, so, like...
You know that Hank loves Oslin. Hank
Absolutely.
Oslin is the bestest two-legged person in the whole wide world.
Got that right.
And Hank is the goodest boy.
Alright, so... Mr. Fluffykins has outfitted you all with horses. Remember, if you're fighting from horseback, you have advantage on all your attack rolls.
Huh.
So keep this in mind.
I don't know how that's gonna. Yeah, as I say, I don't think that's gonna work with Oslin because I don't think he'd be big enough to ride a horse.
You're on a pony.
I have Hank.
Oh well, you can ride Hank and get advantage.
Yeah.
Like Varg.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's just I'm sorry, I was just saying, like, I just picture Varg looking at Oslo and just being like, I think you just offended Hank by riding that horse.
No, the pony can carry supplies.
Fair enough.
So
I thought
you were
Hank had
saying,
like a
John,
little saddlebag.
yeah, it's a long way south to Hardby.
That's fair.
All right, so you were saying, Jolly?
Jolly is very much not a fan of horses, but
The horses don't like you either.
she will like take imagine, like, you know how cats kind of like play with something they're not quite sure about, you know, they pick a string or something and they kind of hold it like a little bit of their paw and kind of
They,
try
like-
and shake it off a little bit.
You mean like they smack things with their paw a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. So she kind of does that with the reins. Like, I guess if I have to. She gets up on the horse, but you can tell she's very uncomfortable getting up on the horse. She
The
does.
horse is also uncomfortable with you getting on it, but it remains calm.
Yeah.
Trell would talk to her horse on her behalf, but he doesn't know her very well, so he's not going to.
All right, so you all are headed south.
As they head south, Varg's gonna like use his horse and like trot forward close to Jolly, and it's just like, hi.
Hi.
So, what was your name? Trolley?
It is Jolly. And what was yours?
I'm Varganetter. Varg,
okay.
for short.
Okay. That is much preferable. Thank you very much.
So, Jolly, J.
No, it is Jolly J.
Ah, got it.
However, I am not Jolly. So.
Well,
yeah.
That's pretty evident with the way you were acting at the lunch dinner, whatever that was.
A large orc with a two-handed axe rides up beside the two of you and says, he actually addresses you, Jolly. He's like, your name does not fit. I think I shall call you Sad.
You will call me Jolly. That is my chosen name. And I like my
Jolly
chosen...
the Uncaring. This is good.
It's Jolly Lockett. You can just call me Jolly. That's fine.
Good, Jolly the Uncaring.
Varg.
Fine.
This is your orc name, Jolly the Uncaring.
Okay.
Varg looks
She
over at
rolls
the...
her eyes in disdain, but she is clearly not going to get through to this very dense creature.
Varg just kind of like looks at the orc just with like one eyebrow raised and the other one like squinted with this like really face looking at him.
Trell in front of them looks back. Do we all get orc names?
No, just Jolly the Uncaring.
Aw.
I like cats.
You can Jolly's claws start to come out and retract and come out and retract as she's holding her hand. Trying everything in her not to claw his face right now.
Varg kind of like looks over at Jolly and just looks over and is just like, so never met a cat person before. Do canine people freak you out? Dude.
I mean, I'm not opposed to being around canine people, especially if I can learn something from them. But no offense, so far I haven't really met very many canine people that I've learned much from, but I'd be happy to possibly learn something from you if you have any knowledge you'd like to share.
Well, I'm from the Feywild.
Ooh, okay. Oh, really? She perks up at that. She's the Feywild, you say?
Yeah.
I would be interested to hear more about that. That is. Then she starts to absentmindedly like scratch the back of her ear.
Well, yeah, I'm fairly still young for my time. Haven't seen much a lot of it, but it's really pretty. I know that much. It's quite fun. My family lives in a little den. It's really nice.
Ren is waving from sitting on the rump of Trell's horse. I'm from the Feywild as well. I've never been there, but I was an egg there.
Yeah, like I actually gave him as an egg to Trell when we first met. So, yay.
One, her eyes scrunches down, and the other one goes up and very quizzical. You were born of an egg.
I mean, he is a fairy dragon.
I guess I hadn't noticed. I'm sorry.
It is the small creature on Trell's shoulder, by the way.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Trell did not come from an egg.
Hank begins to growl.
I'm very confused as to how true an egg. Okay.
Oslin will try to soothe Hank and try to keep him calm while eyeing Jolly.
Varg.
It's not Jolly. Coming out of the woods ahead of you is a group of 15 humans and basically 15 humans. They're training bows at you, and one of them says, "Stand and deliver."
Varg. You can't stand on the back of the horses. That's animal abuse.
Okay.
Oslin will ask, "Deliver what?"
Well, they were going to say your money or your life. Because of Varg. Alright, one of them does hit you, Varg.
Oh, God.
Okay, what's the damage here? Holy crap. Hi, I'm Varg. I like to get... Oh, God, why?
Oh, no.
Okay, you take 5 points of damage.
Oh, God.
Then another one shoots... Yeah, I'm actually just going to...
Hi, I'm Varg. I like long walks on the beach and taking arrows to the shoulder.
One of them shoots at you, Jolly, and hits. And inflicts another 5 points of damage. Is your armor class above 22?
No, my AC is 12. However, I have
You should have armor.
I do. I have leather armor.
I think it was 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then why does my AC say 12? So I need to change it.
The AC says 12, I'm sorry, because the base AC is 10 plus whatever your dex is. We forgot to put in the leather armor one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I think you wrote it down as 14 plus your dex.
Yeah, so 16. But you do get hit. You take 5 points of damage. The arrow is sticking in you.
Ooh.
But I have the ability to do
Uncanny dodge?
Uncanny dodge. Which...
Uncanny dodge. Let me check that.
Candace, you can press the little thing on Uncanny dodge to show us what it does.
I think
that's great. Okay, this is just for saving throws.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I take 5 points of damage, you said?
Yes. Then... And actually, I'm just going to treat them as a mob from here on out. The mob rolls 1d20 plus 5. And they are trying to really focus on Varg because Varg called the most attention to himself. Varg, what is your armor class?
16.
Fortunately, you managed to dodge as a hail of arrows comes your way.
Woo!
And their last attack will probably... Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, they miss again. You guys have dodged the hails of arrows. It is now.
Do we roll for initiative?
Yeah. Yes. They had surprise. Actually, I'm just gonna go. We're gonna turns. First Trell, then Varg, then Oslin, then Kara, and then Jolly. I'm just gonna do that because basically I was going to roll initiative because there was going to be parlaying, but Varg stuck his paw in his mouth.
Just love Tina's okay at that. It was great.
I was like, okay. Not how I had envisioned this encounter, but let's do it.
Oh, I took 5 points of damage, right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay, so I'm at 30.
Oh, okay.
Not 35.
All right, so Trell, what's going on? What are you doing, buddy?
I can do several things now that I have multiple attacks I'm capable of doing. Alright, so first question. Are they on horseback, them?
No.
Perfect. I can hit them quite hard now. Okay, so...
But you can't do dual wielding from horseback.
No, I can't do dual wielding, but I do still have 2 attacks that I can do.
Yes.
Which means I can do 2 spells at them. Which,
Okay.
as long as it's an attack, I can do it.
Yeah.
So first thing I want to do is Erupting Earth on them.
Okay.
It's brand new. It is my new little thing that I can do now.
Okay. All right. They get a saving throw, correct?
Yes, Dex save.
Okay, so they take half damage. All right, so you've hurt them. You've hurt the group. You've hurt the mob, but none of them have gone down yet.
All right. The next thing I can do, well, I can do spike growth. Let me check if it hurts them while they're standing in it or if they have to move. I think they have to move. They're all archers, however, so I don't think they're going to move. I don't have a huge amount of spells that I can throw at them, really. And since
these guys are smart. They're not going to run up to the giant wolf people or wolf person and his entourage of weirdos and try to hand-to-hand them.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple more things then. I still have my bonus action and such. So, one thing I'm going to do is do Warding Wind, which is good against projectiles around myself. I can't hear shit, but I will be able to have a good time with not being hit. And the only other thing I'm going to do other than that is... One second. Spirit Bond, and make it to where it is hawk around us, so everybody gets advantage on range attacks.
Okay.
And
Alrighty.
anything Ren's gonna do?
Actually, Skylar, since you're all mounted, don't do hawk because everybody gets advantage on their attacks.
Yeah.
Instead, do bear or wolf.
Okay.
I think bear would be better.
Yeah, bear is always better.
I just don't want you to waste it getting an effect you already have.
Okay. Right, yeah, sorry. For some reason,
problem.
I forgot about that. So yeah, hit points equal to 5 plus current level, so, 10 in total. So everybody has, 10 temporary hit points.
Nice. Okay, so Varg.
One sec. Let me see if Ren can do anything. The best thing he can do is color spray. But they'd have to have like lower hit points for that. So not yet.
Yeah.
We left Carr behind somewhere, didn't we? Or is Carr with us?
You never said if we took him.
Carr is in an orb.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Yes, you can just toss the orb like a Pokeball. And
That was what I was thinking, yes.
Varg, Car, I choose you.
At which point Car's like, I wish you would stop saying that. There's no one else to choose.
No one else to
By the way,
choose.
your mother sent these.
Oh.
He's got a little pouch on his back.
Just... Silence! Use water gun! Okay. Alright, well, anyway. But I think that's going to have to be the use I do. If I do that, if I call him out.
Is it
It's
a
a
bonus
bonus
action? Okay, good.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Okay, so use a bonus action. We're going to get Car out here.
Car's out.
Alright, and then I am
He
going
has
to
a
make...
pouch from your mom.
Just, you know... Okay, we'll check it later. And I am just going to...
Let's see.
I'm not a level 5 ranger yet, am I?
No, not yet.
No, okay.
You didn't really put levels on these. I can't tell what level these are. Okay, you made them very small and hard to read. Very good.
Oh, whoa, what was that? What was that?
What was what?
Hold up. Horde Breaker. Each of your turns make a weapon attack. You can make another attack on the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target or within range of your weapon.
That just means you get 2 attacks on this one mob of people if you want to engage.
Yep.
That way.
Here's that, by the way.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Very nice.
so I'm gonna say we're gonna use that.
Okay.
And so just make a basic attack with the longbow.
Okay.
Yep. And then make another one. You hit. You hit.
Sweet.
Roll your
Okay.
damage.
First attack, he just rips that arrow out of his own shoulder and uses it and shoots it back. You know, return to sender, please.
Well, that would give you disadvantage, but since you rolled so high, it doesn't fucking matter. So you basically rip the arrow out, shoot. You're shooting people. 2 guys have gone down.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. So now it would be Aslan's turn.
Aslan is going to... We're going to call some lightning.
Oof.
Ooh.
It kind of makes me laugh that Oslin is so small and can ride such a big bear-like dog that he still gets the advantage of being on horseback. I'm sorry, it's just fantastic to me.
Oh, wait. I'm not... So it's 3d10 plus 2
Sweet Jesus.
for damage.
Yeah. It already says how much the damage is.
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I need a saving throw. Okay. Woo. Oh. Are now a red mist. Hang on a moment before anyone goes any further. Okay. These gentlemen have decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and are running.
Aslan says, "Deliver!"
All right, so there's a couple of bequilled with arrows dead bodies, and 2 red stains where lightning bolts forked from the sky, absolutely destroying. Intelligent monsters are fun.
Well, I guess time to just check the bodies.
Okay. On the bodies, you find some craptacular short bows. 20 arrows between the two of them. And you also find some leather armor, and a diamond ring.
No one put the diamond ring on. We all know what happened to Arius.
Alright, I will at least have the diamond ring now.
Jolly, you could actually look at that ring and appraise it.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute.
Ah. So you can look at that ring and appraise it.
Okay. Hand me the ring, please. I may not have need for wealth, but I can always tell good quality.
And you don't need to roll. It's a diamond ring, it's mundane, and it's worth 4,000 gold pieces.
I toss it off to off side of him, like just toss it away. Worth it.
Varg tries to catch it, like, does one of those hot potato motions with it, trying to keep it steady.
Yeah, you catch it finally. Carr is going laughing at his Uncle Varg.
He looks over at Carr, is just like, what are you chuffing, gurgling, choking at? Whatever it is you Faemire crocodiles do.
Chortling, perhaps?
He also keeps informing you have a package from your mom.
Okay. All right. Well, let everyone finish looting the corpses. Hands the ring to Trell, so Trell can put it up. And then just...
Okay. As you loot the corpses, Kara, you do find a picture of you.
Ooh.
In a boot.
Oh.
In a boot on a rolled up piece of paper, there's a picture of you, and apparently there is a reward of 2,500 gold pieces for your death.
Well, I think the Crimson Brotherhood know that I'm here, and I'll show them the picture and the reward and all of that.
Strange that they seem to be robbing us.
I'm sorry. That just went through my head, and I thought of the Rapunzel movie where they can't get Ryder's nose right in any of the pictures. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Those are just always wildly wrong.
I'm sorry.
Actually, the portrait is not very good. It makes you look almost like a half orc. And
two teeth jutting out from
honestly, they said they said your name is Kira Tubin.
Oh, does Gromek have anything to say about the photo?
I think Gromek stayed behind with Arius.
No, Gromek is with you.
Surprisingly. Okay.
How much is the reward?
2,500 gold. Gromek and Daria are just munching on jerky.
Jolly takes a look at the picture. Goes, I see no resemblance here. Are you sure this is you?
Gromek says, could be her prettier cousin.
Pretty, you say? Quality of...
She just needs more tusks. I mean, she's pretty enough. She needs more tusks.
Well, I do happen to see the Crimson Brotherhood symbol here on the paper, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's meant for me.
Well, with quality like that, we must avoid them.
It could be that it was made by a woman who has affiliations for men, or men who have an affiliation for men and just think that women are ugly in general. So, the artist could be kind of
Do
like.
you really have to insult the human more? I mean, they're all ugly.
He just looks over at Grelmac and just says an orc is just like, you're not helping.
Kara's just going to take the high road and just pretend that she did not hear it.
Varg's just going to be like, Kara, you're all sorts of pretty. I don't see any resemblance in that. But if you are certain that it's the Crimson Brotherhood, then by all means, we'll keep you from the Crimson Brotherhood. I don't know what else to say.
I don't think we can avoid the Crimson Brotherhood, really, at this point.
Daria's like, Scarlet, sir.
Oh, right.
Scarlet Brotherhood.
Thank you, Daria.
She offers you jerky, sir?
Sure.
Crimson, Scarlet, it's all red. I'm a dog. I'm colorblind.
All right, so the sun is setting. It's going to be dark soon. Traveling at night will start requiring wisdom rolls in order to avoid laming the horses.
Ah.
I'm okay with stopping for the night and letting the horses rest.
Yeah, what your horse says to you, Trell, it's like, I'm tired.
Okay, we can stop for the night then.
Okay.
I can use my tent.
All right, you use your tent. Who can? Okay,
that's a tiny hut.
Well, it's a tent to me. It takes the shape of a blue tent that glows.
That's not going to draw attention.
Well, people can't get in it.
Are there trees around us?
Not really. No, you're in grasslands.
Okay.
As soon as Oslin saying that's not going to draw attention, Varg just like making again that Will Smith gesture at Oslin while looking at Trell.
I can also make it invisible if you'd prefer.
Yes, but
that might be best because
that's interesting.
If an arcane skilled foe is standing outside when the 8th hour is up, and you're still asleep, they get a coup de grace. All right, so y'all are in Lemon's, or actually Trell's tiny tent.
It's not really very tiny. I mean, like, it holds like 9 people.
I'm just gonna bed down outside the tent so I can keep an ear out for anything.
It's got a 10-foot radius. I'm 6'4". I might take up a little bit too much of that space. So I could go hang up at this tree up here, and she just casually.
There is no tree nearby.
There's no
tree.
No, you're in grasslands.
Okay.
Carr just like pokes the tip of his nose.
Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Jolly?
I was just going to say I don't think I can fit very well in there if everybody else is going to be in there. So I'm going to hang out with Kara.
I mean, I'm sure you can fit. You just if laying down, you just like could be to the side of it and.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it'll fit everyone, so everyone's getting in there, right?
Well, I was gonna sleep outside because that's how I do.
Yeah, that's what Oslin and Hank would be outside as well.
Okay, so Oslin, Hank, Kara are sitting outside. Jolly, are you gonna be in the tent or outside?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And Varg will just be sitting on a bedroll in the tent, like tending to that little pierced hole in his shoulder from the arrow earlier. And Carr's just gonna be like nudging the tip of his nose into the tent's entryway, just being like, "Uncle Varg, the package from your mother." Varg's just gonna be like, "Okay."
It is a small assortment of your favorite foods.
Yeah.
And 3 silver pieces to make sure you're eating.
Like
Aw, how sweet.
Varg looks over at Trell and is just like, yeah, Mother's still worried about me.
Trell, by the way, actually, like, for his dinner, I keep forgetting to add this, but then again, we haven't been near, like, bodies that we've killed. He actually took some of the meat off of the guys that we killed, and he's basically cooking that.
Oh, mildly disturbing cannibalism. Delish.
To him, it's technically not cannibalism since he's a lupine.
They're sentience. Cannibalism is sentient.
I did say to him. I didn't say it in general.
No, I know. All right. So, yeah, everybody beds down for the night, eat some rations, everything's good. Okay, so everybody's sleeping, right?
Well, transient
No.
for
Don't sleep.
the amount of hours I need to.
Well, that's why well, you're inside the hut.
Okay.
Jolly is not inside the hut, are you?
No, I wasn't inside the hut. I thought I was saying that I didn't want to be in the hut, but you said it would fit everybody?
It would fit everybody, but other people opted not to be in there.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
prefer...
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the two lupine lovers in the tent together, I mean, obviously that's going to, like, scare everyone out of the tent because, you know...
Nope, not in the hut, not in the hut.
All right. Okay, so Jolly, I need you to make a wisdom check. Or perception check, whichever.
The people outside of the tent?
No. You two mortals are asleep. If you're getting a long rest.
I only had to sleep for 4 hours.
I know you don't, but you're inside the damn hut. So
I mean, yeah, but it's
Okay.
you know it's transparent on the inside. I can see everything on the outside.
Yeah, do a perception check.
But you're trancing.
Yeah, that's true. I am transing.
Yep, there you go.
Varg.
Yeah, I would say Oslin's like all like nestled up next to Hank.
Varg is just sprawled all on his back on that bedroll and just all sorts of sprawled out, tongue lolled out to one side while he's drooling and snoring.
I rolled...
I gotcha. All right. So it's not your senses that notice your mortal senses that notice this. You sense the presence of the undead.
Excuse me.
Okay.
And
am I near any of the rest of the crew?
yeah, you are.
So I'm like quietly nudge whoever's next to me and go, I don't know
I'm
you.
gonna say it's Oslin.
Oslin. I nudge Oslin. Wake up, wake up. There's undead in the area. I know they're here. Wake up.
Oslin will like just his eyes will open.
Oh.
He won't move. Trying to see see if he can see or hear anything.
Yes, you do hear. You hear the horses whickering nervously. The horses are making a commotion. Trell, you can hear one of them screaming help.
Trell immediately gets up and runs
then-
that direction.
Ominous silence.
Oh no.
Okay. So, standing near your horses, where they were,
Oh no.
are 4 creatures with mummified skin and glowing red eyes, sharp teeth. They're wearing leather armor and they're armed with long swords and bows across their backs.
I want to, if it would be okay, I would like to use
Arcana?
feline agility to
Okay.
move as fast as I can over to Kara and nudge her awake.
Okay, you do so.
Okay.
Now it's appropriate to roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Really? Even with my plus.
I know it looks like I rolled it twice, but I'm
Rolling for Jory?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Which one was me? The 10?
Yours is the bottom one.
Oh, 16?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Someone woke me up.
Okay.
You have more initiative than no, I have the same. Never mind.
The creatures go first. One of them knocks their arrow. Those who are not inside the hut. One of them knocks their arrow. And... Oof. They take aim at you, Jolly, because you're big. And that's a natural 20.
Oh.
So, let me check their damage. You take 20 points of damage.
Ooh.
From a very good shot from one of them.
Do we still have our temporary 10 from earlier?
No.
Okay.
Do you still have my spell descriptions on here?
We slept, that's right. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. So earlier we were talking about uncanny dodge. Uncanny dodge, mine had gotten switched on my thing.
Okay.
Dodge, actually, starting at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage against you. Oh,
okay, I would use your reaction to have that damage.
Yes, I'm having that to 10.
All right, the next one fires at you. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay. Check. All right. Yep, that one hits. So, what are your what's your damage? Oh goodness. Oh. All right, 1d8 plus 2. All right. So, you take 8 more points of damage. The third one opens fire on you, hitting again for 9 points of damage.
Gah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you should probably... Oh wait, you've used up your reaction, haven't you?
Well, it says, it doesn't uses my reaction. It doesn't say that it's my action on my turn. So I can have each one of these.
Okay, so I would definitely do that.
Okay, so it was okay. So we started out with 10. So
10.
that brought 27.
Then 4. Then 4. And now 10 again.
Okay.
Holy crap! She would only have like
10
left.
So 10, 4, 4, and 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 28. So that brings me down to 9.
There are 4 arrows in her.
Mm.
And
What? Like, I know that she's undead. I just picture her taking those arrows and not even grunting and just being like, "Well, damn it."
kinda.
And
It just kind of ruins your clothes.
God damn it! Not again! I just tanned this leather armor. Okay.
But wait, the whites or the creatures have not done their next attacks.
Oh no.
They get 2 attacks per round. One of them aims at you, Kara, and Kara. Because it fucked up so bad, you can actually cross the distance and kick the shit out of it if you want to. Because it fumbled.
It did fumble. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run over to it and hit it with my quarterstaff.
You get actually 3 attacks with that.
Oh wow.
Sorry,
You
do mind
hit.
running and getting my D&D book monster.
You hit, and you don't hit for the last one.
Run.
But okay. Roll your quarterstaff damage. First one, second one. Oof. Okay, so The creature grunts horribly and is kind of shocked that you can hurt it. Now, one of them is going to swing its sword at you.
Ooh.
This one hits. And it is 1d10 plus 5. You take 13 points of damage. That one misses. And the last one misses you. All right, it is now, going back up to the initiative order, it is now Trell's turn.
It is? I thought I rolled kind of low.
Is it the Is it the 16?
Oh, is it Varg? Varg got
it's Varg's turn.
Okay, so that
Varg,
was me, right? The 16.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have my thing up? My spell description list, or can
I can go ahead and.
Because there is one thing I want to see.
Let's see.
Before I make. Okay.
Where?
Not the wizard. Oh yeah, this one right here. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
How much is that?
What do you mean how much?
To protect. Well, it's a concentration, so I need time, and I need to know.
You don't need time to cast it. It just means that you can't cast another concentration spell while it's going on.
Okay.
All right, you want to do that?
Yes, it's right there. So I am going to use protection against this again, and I can choose. I have to get in touching range of Jolly.
Is Jolly still alive currently?
Not 9 hit points.
Okay.
Hasn't been for a while.
Sorry.
And Jolly. The other thing that I'm kind of ruling with that revived thing is if Jolly does go down, fails her death saves, which is highly unlikely. If she does go down, fail her death saves, she will rise again.
Ooh.
The next evening.
That is pretty neat still.
Actually,
you just don't stay dead. You die, but you get better.
Right. Actually, before I make a final decision, how did Kara fare with the ones that attacked her?
Kara is like basically dodging and moving and smacking the crap out. She took some pretty bad damage, but
so
hey.
We have Jolly at 9 hit points. Freya, how many hit points do you have left?
I have 29 left.
Okay, so I'm going to use this on Jolly.
Okay.
I get to choose what to protect against, and I'm going to protect against the undead. So I'm going to say that I was close enough to Jolly, and I touched her, and she's
protected from herself too.
Yes.
Because that's self-existential dread. You know, it's a thing. All right.
And because I want epicness and not being a bitch, I'm not going to make her have disadvantage too. All right. Okay, so
wait, do you have a bonus action, or do you want Car to do something, Jory?
Wait, I mean, if Car has a taste for undead flesh, sure. Just he can walk up and just snap.
Yeah, he has a bite of +4 to attack, 1d10 +2.
okay, so roll to attack for him.
All right.
And then roll 1d10 and add 2.
Okay, so. Okay, sorry, I have to do this off of another sheet.
1d10 +2.
No, I have to roll that if it hits, Jory. So +4 to the bite.
By the way, the difficulty for the encounter is 14. You have to beat a 14.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Pretty sure that does it.
That does it. That'll do.
Okay, so 1d10 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you hurt the creature.
I don't know if he has... Like, he has a few things. And you said that he would get certain things as we level him up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at level 18, he gets the regeneration, so nowhere near that. He can do grapple if he bites something.
Well, do you want to grapple or do damage?
It says on a successful bite attack, the target is grappled. Escape is DC 12. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained, and the crocodile can't bite someone else.
Okay. Yeah.
And he can also we don't know what later level yet, but he can swallow things that are smaller than him, basically.
Yeah, but this is a medium-sized humanoid, so swallowing is a bit difficult.
All right, so he does also have a tail attack, being a Feymire crocodile.
How many attacks can he get, though?
I would imagine since he's a Feymire crocodile, he'd have multi-attack.
Right, but since he's grappling, he can't do anything else.
He can use his tail while biting things.
Oh,
hang on.
He just can't bite anything else.
I'm going to actually rule no. He can't do multi-attack while grappling because he's using his strength and his footing against this creature.
Okay.
If it was against a smaller creature or a living creature, I would say sure.
Okay, so if he's not grappling, he can attack twice, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Varg's gonna look at Jolly and just be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Jolly, this is Carr. This is my godson. Yeah.
So Jory, do you want him to be grappling something, or do you want him to attack again?
Grappled creatures you have advantage on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and grapple one of them. How many are there?
There are 4.
4.
Okay.
So that's one down that we can have advantage on, and then the other.
One thing I will say, I can't really do erupting earth while he's over there.
Nor Kara. Kara's over there too.
Yep. I do have something else I'm already planning on doing, though.
Okay. All right, so Varg, that concludes your round.
Yep.
That means our next contestant is Jolly.
Jolly is
with your wonderful arrow
very much
accessories.
I'm going to use my cunning action and hide in the tall grass.
All right.
I'm concerned about these people. I'm more concerned that I need to get these arrows out of me. So I run away and hide for a bit, and once I get in what it feels like a safe spot in the tall grass, I start pulling the arrows out of myself. And
all right, that's free. You can do that.
Okay, and then I peek out from the grass to see what else is going on, and I hold my action in case anybody needs help or anything like that, because I'm in pain right now.
Okay. Alrighty, so that brings us to Kara.
Well, I am going to attack the one that I had the opportunity to attack earlier, and hit it again with my quarterstaff.
Yes. That's a hit. You definitely hit. Roll your damage. All right, you have you've hurt it. It's not downed by any means. You've dislocated its jaw, but by its unholy sorcery, the jaw cracks back into place.
And since I'm 5th level now, I do get an extra attack.
You do. Go for it.
Sweet.
Yes, keep beating on it. This time, though, it's able just to take your blow a good bit better.
Don't you hate when you roll extremely well but then do awful damage?
Welcome to D&D, my friends. All right. Okay, so that brings us round to Trell.
Okay, so I've got a lot I want to do because I'm going to use Action Surge.
Okay.
All right, so first thing I'm definitely going to do is do Spirit Bond. Give everybody those 10 temporary hit points, especially for Jolly, because good gosh, Jolly, I'm so sorry that you took so much damage. Okay, so everybody has the 10 hit points. That was a bonus action. I was thinking of not doing this spell, but then you said that they seem to be pretty damn tough. So since this first one is not a an attack, I can't do another one.
Okay.
Which is why I'm doing the action surge. So this, I would like to bring out 2 brown bears. I have their stats on me.
Okay, sure. You summon 2 brown bears.
Sweet. And so for the action surge, I am going to do Moonbeam.
Okay.
What is so funny about Moonbeam?
The way you said it.
Moonbeam!
Alright. So, yeah, okay, you inflict 21 points of... Wait, they get a save. Okay, so they take half damage. They take 10 points.
Aren't they undead and get hurt more from
Yes,
radiant
they do.
damage?
Yeah, but they made a saving throw. It was
damn.
with... Yeah, anyway.
So the only thing I can do now is use the longsword, since it's my second attack that I can do. Because Moonbeam counts as an attack. So, longsword!
Charge in with the
I
longsword.
fail!
You
Maddeningly.
crit fail. One of them swings at your head and hits. Oof.
Damn it, I should have said that Rim was giving me advantage.
Yeah, well.
Because there's nothing else he can do right now.
Alright, so this is... Oh, Freya! Yay! There's Kara. Okay. Alright, so... You take 7 points of damage.
Alright, that just takes away from my temporary hit points, which is
But
good.
he gets his second attack.
Gah!
And he hits. And you take 11 points of damage.
Alright, one sec.
Sorry about that.
Yep. It's okay. I'm still good on my regular health.
Oof.
But I'm keeping that moonbeam up, and I got my 2 bears.
You got your 2 bears, yes.
Should I roll for my bears now?
They don't get an attack yet.
Okay.
They got to roll initiative next. Well, we'll roll their initiative in a moment.
Okay.
That means Oslin.
Am I in striking range or out of range of them?
You can close on the back of Hank, swinging as a mighty halfling does, or you can throw stuff at him or spell them or whatever. You're near, not close. You're not in melee range yet.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to use Entangle on them.
Oh, okay.
So that way they can hopefully...
Alright. First one fails his strength DC. Second one... What's your spell save DC?
13.
Third one makes it. And the fourth one, who is being swung around by Carr at the moment, isn't entangled, but is seized in the jaws of a gigantic Feymire crocodile.
Okay. And then I will shoot at the one
Are you on Hank?
hit. Yes.
Oh, all right. So, short bow does 1d6 plus 5 damage. So it's
I have plus
already...
2.
Yeah, hang on. No, it's 5 plus 6, so 11 already. Now roll. Oh, all right. So you feather that one with your arrow quite well. You've inflicted almost 20 points of damage on him. So well played. In fact, yeah, exactly 20 points of damage. So well played. Well played. So.
And then as Hank is charging in.
Yep.
Let's see. I guess I can just roll 120.
Yeah.
He's just gonna attack the closest one as we're like running by.
Okay. Actually, no, he doesn't get an attack because you are riding him and gaining advantage.
Okay.
You're like weaving in and out.
Okay.
Okay, so Daria comes charging in like a boss and hits one of them. She inflicts. I'm actually just gonna shortcut her. And we're gonna go 2d10 damage because simulating her 2 swings. So she's chopping and dicing one of them. Gromek likewise comes in swinging with his mighty axe, and he's got 2 attacks. So he's basically they're hacking up the one that Carr is currently wrestling. Okay, all right. So now it's back round to our evil people.
No, no.
Unless Jolly wants to take an action.
Oh, unless I want to take an action, is that what
Yeah,
you
you
said?
held your action this whole round.
No, I think I'm afraid of being found out right now. Where I am.
Okay.
I'm feeling very safe and very cat-like. So.
Very nice. Okay, so the 2 undead that are free from the entangle take off into the night. They weren't counting on this much resistance. Jolly?
Yes.
From your vantage point here, hiding in the tall grass, you see some bandaged up thugs approaching. The same ones from earlier. They've got their bows and arrows ready.
Oh, by the way, when do I roll initiative for my bears?
Roll it now. Let's just. But these
do I roll
guys
mine or do I roll like
roll
a different?
yours.
Okay. Both bears get the same one.
One as a group.
Okay. First one then.
I'm going to take the 22. All right.
I see where they're walking, and I carefully, stealthily take a handful of the ball bearings out of my pack, roll them into the grass in front of them.
Okay, so let's see if this little group is not stopped. They're stalking ahead. The bears are being surprised at this moment.
Well, they still didn't see me though, right?
Let me see. Not with those rolls, even with advantage.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so. Wow, all right. These poor bastards. All right, so they have decided they are just going to rain arrows down on your camp. They have advantage. Okay, whose armor class is under 18?
Mine is.
Yeah. They see me.
Mine is.
No,
I think
Jolly,
everyone's
you're not anywhere near them, so you are exempt from this. Okay.
I do have a quick question.
I may have a quick answer.
Well, I'm going to put this in the chat. Maybe it didn't. Go in the chat. I don't know. Deflect missiles.
You know what? Yes, you can.
Okay.
Roll for it. All right, so everybody is taking 8 points of damage
Ah.
as the bears basically it's just one group of guys firing in unison to get an AoE. Okay, so
do I just need to roll a d20 for it?
roll a d20.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Kara, you take
Natural
no
20.
damage, and you may choose 2 other targets to spare from damage.
Oslin's up there with me, correct?
Yeah, Oslin and Trell are close by.
Okay, I'll save them as well too.
Wait, so I
Kara
didn't take damage from
runs-
that? Wait, so I didn't take damage from that?
Kara, you chose, did I say 2 or 3 other targets?
2.
I think you said 2.
Yeah, choose 2.
Yeah, so Oslin and Trell.
Okay, so that means Hank, Daria, Carr, Varg. Yeah, y'all are taking 8 damage. But Kara does this really impressive thing where she runs on top of the grass and like snatches arrows out of the air. Because, you're a fucking monk. This is what you do.
By the
All
power
right,
of
so
air.
our mob of men.
Sorry, one more thing I just realized. So it says if you catch a missile in this way, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with the weapon or piece of ammunition that you just caught as part of the same reaction.
Oh God, yes. So you actually since you rolled a natural 20, you get to return 5 of them.
Okay. What do I
To
need
shortcut
to roll?
that, roll 1d20. You've got to beat 12.
I got 12.
All right, and since they're arrows, I'm gonna say they do 5d6 damage. Okay, Jolly, you alone see this because it's dark and it's a little weird out there in the grasslands, even for people with night vision. But the monk, without looking, catches arrows and throws 5 of them, hitting 4 of the archers. They clutch their guts and fall dead nearby.
This is one is my favorites now.
This is like... Well, Kara, this makes up for all those times you got screwed by the dice.
Yep. Sure is.
All right. The others are like, you hear them say this, Jolly, they're like, who the hell does that? And like, they take off again. The 4 remaining guys alive run away.
I want me and my bears to chase them. Damn it! I'm not wasting those bears.
Well, you've still got a white that's entangled and is trying to attack you there, Trell.
I need to step away for just a moment.
Okay. So, your bears may make the first attack.
Yay! Go bears. Okay. Do I roll to hit for both of them or just once?
Roll for both.
Alright, they do have multi-attack. They have the bite and claws, so they should...
You know what? Okay. What's the damage on their bites and claws?
Bite is 1d8 plus 4, and claws is 2d6 plus 4.
I'm gonna say, okay, so they get 3 attacks, right?
They get 2 each.
2 each, so we're just gonna roll for 8d6 damage if they successfully hit, because I'm kind of shortcutting to put the spotlight more on the characters.
Okay. Alright, so 1d20 plus 6, which is their thing.
Alright, they do not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Damn it.
Well, because the creature is not going to stand there and go, holy fuck, it's a bear. It's like, it's a bear! You don't just kind of stand there and tank the bears trying to eat your fate. Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
I'm so excited about those bears.
I'm back.
Okay, that white is going to... It's a white. That white is going to try to make his strength save again. He busts loose. He takes off running into those grasslands. He wants no more of you. And thanks to Daria, Carr, and Gromek, the white that was in Carr's jaws is now in several chunks on the ground. Congratulations, you have survived probably one of the deadlier ambushes. When I designed that encounter, I was like, man, I hope that's not too hard. It's not. So anyway. Okay.
I guess we go back to sleep.
No, by this time, you can have a short rest, but your long rest has been interrupted.
Alright, what do we get back from short rests? I know I get
I leave that to you, Skylar, because I don't know.
I know
I know
get
everybody
my,
gets to roll 1d6 hit, or 1 hit point, 1 hit die of hit points.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so my spirit bond does come back after a short rest. Oh, I'm sorry, Jolly.
1 point of damage back?
You rolled your hit dice, and you got 1 point of damage back. You healed for 1 point.
While we're resting, we should be able to roll all 5 of our hit dice. That's the point of having that many hit dice.
That's for a long rest.
Oh, long rest. Okay, got it.
However, Jolly, for added flavor and fun, if you eat some of the dead guys out there, I will let you roll your hit dice for each person you eat.
Do healing potions work on her?
Yeah, they do. But I just thought it'd be fun to see Jolly going, like, devouring the dead.
Okay. I'd like to do with this offer of piece of information. I would like to try and slink over to where the dead bodies are, and try to stealthily hide while I,
You never left stealth. You are so hidden, nobody's seeing you.
Okay. So then I start chewing on one of the dead guy's arms.
Roll 1d8.
More points. This is not helping.
Well, it is. It's helping. You're feeling the flesh start to regrow.
I can use Cure Wounds on you.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I
three more tasty subjects.
I can use Cure Wounds, Good Berry, Healing Spirit, you name it.
So I get a little ravenous, and I move around to the other side, and I am not paying attention anymore as to whether I can eat or not, and so I start eating the guy's legs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you're consuming whole bodies by this point.
Okay.
Each hit die is one sentient body, okay?
Okay. Both of them at this point, I'm not sure if I'm being watched or not anymore.
Okay. Nice.
Much better.
All right. So do you come back covered in gore?
I was gonna say, can we hear this?
One more.
Nah, kitties can be quiet while they're eating. Unless it's kibble.
1, 3, 8, 11. So I had 11 back, so I'm at 20 points again. Okay. So I come back, and I guess the group hasn't seen me, but I'm quietly licking my paws and using my claws to pick my teeth, but nobody knows why. I'm not sure if anybody's aware. I don't care. I just come back into the group. No, that was craziness.
You all right, Meow?
Did you really call her Meow?
Yeah, I did.
Did I just mouth you? Yeah.
Hank is currently burying a white's hand.
Well, I have my bears for an hour, so I'm keeping them for an hour.
All right, you got your bears for an hour. Y'all rest. The bears go back to the Feywild.
Damn it. My bears. I thought a rest
No, it's
was like
awesome. I mean,
30 minutes.
Your bears.
Oslin will send Hank over to Trail to make him feel like he still has a bear.
He does feel slightly better.
Hank is the bear lost comfort dog. Okay. So, by the next day's sunset, you arrive in the small town of Winterton. It's a friendly village. There's some guards here. It's a fairly safe-looking place, protected by a ditch and some wooden spikes. And you find, by the way, Oslin, the the ruler, guardian of Winterton, is an elf woman, druid by her dress and station, the insignia of her station, named Narathia. You see that engraved or embroidered in druidic runes on her robes.
Oslin will walk over to her and bow and introduce himself. Oslin Tealeaf at your service.
I'm Narathia of Winterton. It is a pleasure to meet you, Oslin Tealeaf. And these are your friends?
Yes, and Oslin will go around and everyone.
She deigns not to offer her hand to Jolly.
Mm.
Jolly reaches over and takes her hand anyway.
She simply offers you the slightest of nods. Okay, so here you are. You are able to rest in the beautiful small town of Winterton.
So
Get my
rest
stuff
meaning
back.
get hit points back.
All your hit points come back. You've had a long rest. All your spells are returned. All right. So excellent. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to call it for tonight. We've done our customary 2 hours, and I kind of want to just design a little more content around now what I know about Jolly.
Ooh.
And other stuff. So this is really good. Thank you all so much. It was an excellent game, and Jolly, thank you for letting me give you a few weird extra abilities that
I was just telling Freya that I had not intended to become a cannibalistic zombie cat, but I'm kind of liking it.
Well, I mean, the thing was, it's like you're the revived, and I'm like, okay, there's like one or two. Since you didn't seem to have a vengeance story planned out, I'm like, no, you can't be a revenant. And I'm like, maybe you're just like some undead freakishness that has free will from Orcus or something. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I like that. And of course, the ability to heal yourself while eating dead bodies is kind of useful.
Yeah, it kind of is. I love that the group doesn't know it quite yet. But, don't want to freak everybody. Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to the first time they try to have a funeral for you.
We almost what's name?
By the way, this is just kind of another thing. In order for you to meet final death, you have to be dismembered or your body is destroyed. So, otherwise you're just stuck coming back.
So no chopping me up, guys.
Varg is like, the custom of my people is to chop you into tiny confetti.
The custom of trells is to put them in the ground and plant a tree sapling over them.
Oh, well, then she can push the sapling out. Stop it!
Do I become a phoenix and just rise from the ashes?
Oh my, no. To quote Professor Farnsworth from Futurama, oh my, no. If you are set on fire, you are in fact dead. Although that would make a cool sorcerer archetype thing. To be to have like phoenix blood or something like that in you.
That would be awesome.
Alrighty, thank you all so much for playing. That was pretty darn fun to run, and I got to do got to do neat ambush tactics that, had I rolled better, might have worked. Alrighty, y'all take care, and I will see you all next week.
See you later, Tina.
Sounds good. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
See you
Night.
later.